Hello, welcome back to my channel and to another reaction video. This time I'll be checking out the movie Tomahawk. That's an intense opening. I'm grateful they didn't show it all the way. Is that David Arquette?
He got bugs.
I'm pretty sure the other one is Sid Haig, I think the actor's name.
Nobody likes for the campfire.
Sid Haig is pretty common in Rob Zombie's movies. He's pretty much in everyone. At this point, I just want to say, at the beginning, when they were going through the production companies and whatnot, I did not recognize any of them. But yeah, this movie came as highly recommended. That it's one of those hidden gems that not a whole lot of people know about.
Go.
It's weird seeing David Arquette in a role like this. I'm used to seeing him as, you know, Dewey from the Scream franchise.
Some kind of sign.
Or that creepy dude in that he played in Friends, but it's goes to say we see the range of this actor.
Someone's in the other direction.
Well, it's here now. Get.
They're already lost. Ooh. Yeah. Seriously, a place like that.
Place and deeper in.
Maybe we shouldn't be going someplace that looks like a burial ground.
Yeah. Nah, this is gonna. It's not gonna end well for them. Oh shit. Oh, and he destroyed the whole damn thing. Okay, so 11 days later. Is the tribe gonna go on a warpath because these bozos destroyed their burial ground?
No reason to stay up.
Recognize the actor. He's been in a bunch. Mostly from the Conjuring universe and the Aquaman movies.
Do you intend to sit and sulk for the next 12 weeks?
Well, what do you want me to do?
I advised you not to.
I recognize her as well. She was in Banshee. It's a great TV show. If you haven't checked that out, you should. Okay, he's still alive and he's burying with his loot. Matthew Fox. Haven't seen since well, after Lost he was in the Tyler Perry Alex Cross movie. Why haven't we seen Matthew Fox in more stuff?
I'll have whiskey.
Chicory. How's out for a random?
Yeah, Kurt Russell's face was in the cover of the. I knew he was here. the old guy saw this guy, David Arquette's character, burying something, and
We got business. Important.
saw him do something suspicious, and now he's here. Asking a run.
You aren't.
Patting her out in the drink.
Didn't say you did anything wrong. What's your name?
Acting suspicious.
Ain't got no weapon. Because you put him in that hole you dug. You all right, old man?
Oh, yeah.
I love how silent this movie is. There's no background music to distract.
Rouse Doc Taylor.
He popped him in there. I think it looks like his thigh or something.
Me?
Okay. John,
Yes.
just remarks in my wife's presence, there'll be a reckoning.
I'll behave, cowboy.
He's that dangerous.
He buried that stuff outside of town. It's not his, and it's got blood. I only shot him in the leg.
That's his hobby.
Deputy.
Not every man.
On him. Watch him go purple on the rope.
Well, that should inspire.
Deputy?
Please let my husband know not to wait up. I need to stay and monitor the patient's fever after the surgery.
Okay, so the old guys what was it? Call it assistant deputy. So he's someone who helps around when needed. Not exactly a sterile sterile environment. I mean, back in those days. I can't imagine doing that was not that easy.
But
That's the same horn, so they have followed him here. Oh shit, that was brutal and fast. Yet there were more than one, nearly. And wife has not returned home, so.
Samantha, you back yet?
They get attacked, maybe.
There's a situation. Serious. To linger, you know. I just went down to the office to try and get a deputy, but when I went inside, there was nobody.
Not even in the jail cell.
No, sir. Completely empty. And then he kept 5.
Let's get to the jail.
Did they take the horses or kill them? They didn't quite show it. They mentioned there's nobody in the jail cell, so they would probably need horses to carry them if they took them with them.
You know who did this?
There's only one group that hunts with these.
Who? A name.
One that doesn't have a language. Cave dwellers.
Oh.
Who do you think there are?
It won't matter. You have no chance against any number of them.
Mr. O'Dwyer.
Okay.
Because there isn't a choice for either of us. Rest of you can stay.
I mean, it can't be that big of a tribe.
Things while I'm gone.
You should address the mayor directly.
Yes, you should. Somebody should bury Buford.
I'll have him blessed and put underground.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so they didn't really care for the mayor. Nobody looked him in the eye. They just.
Anybody know how to spell troglodytes? With the telegram.
I guess the mayor might be quite dumb and. Okay. But okay, so the tribe that they're going after are troglodytes. Incestuous, really brutal. The Indian professor, I think they told him he doesn't think they have any chance.
Oh, there's some good people in trouble. And I got... So, I'll see you back here.
I really don't hope that this guy survives. But yeah, okay, so Mr. Road Dryer is injured, which is I can see that becoming an issue. And 3 has been captured, so 7 in total. Who's gonna die? Who's gonna survive?
Pain is how your... You do well to listen to it.
By all account, Mr. O'Dryer should have stayed behind, but I get it. I mean, it's his wife. I just hope he doesn't become the cliché character that does something stupid and gets everyone killed. And there's some beautiful scenery here and there. It's fun seeing a movie where there, in actual locations, there's no green screen or any shit like that.
What has that got to do with anything? Smart men don't get married. Well, no woman wants you.
Many women invite me over for...
Enough of that kind of talk.
All right, cowboy.
At least they have a sense of humor, which I'd imagine helps in a situation like that.
Good night, old man. Good night.
It was a quick draw, but also announced that everyone in the vicinity would have heard that gunshots. Well, as we see, nobody came.
What kind? Deceased.
Practicing if he can use a gun. And imagine he's probably not all that used to, or in his condition, they need to be ready. Is the wound gonna get infected?
You went in my things? My wife's possessions?
I did.
Well, you should.
Trying to prevent that accident. I apologize for going in your wife's things.
Will you yield it?
I do love how polite they are. But yeah, smart move.
Mr. O'Dwyer rides Vanguard.
I'm sure he'd need that at some point.
Relax. I was about to announce myself.
Strike a match so we can see you clear. We'll light things up with our guns. Damn you!
That was intense.
You want to question my morals? Do it later.
That was quite cold of him, but
There aren't any to question.
or they thieves or scouts or whatever. Was the other one also having weapons? No, he had a cross. Now he has a moral dilemma. I forgot what his name is, but is Matthew Fox's character gonna become an issue? Seems quite quick with the gun.
You hear me, Brooder?
Brooder. Okay.
Enough already.
Well, he was wrong to
Deputy.
do it.
Yes, sir.
I have a feeling something's gonna happen now. Ooh, he got stabbed. Yeah, okay, so they were thieves and they weren't alone, and other friends came and took the horses. He's had such a calm composure throughout, so it's interesting to see him show so much emotion over a horse. I mean, animal companions are quite dear to people, so makes sense.
Quality. Thank you.
And now they're on foot. That's gonna be brutal for him with his injured leg, and
Watch out for those brigands.
I wonder how many there are left, huh? They're gonna come back. It would be a sad ending if he does manage to save his wife, but the wound is gonna get infected and he's gonna die anyway. I don't know. This is the first time I think we had music.
Refrain from flirting with Mrs. O'Dwyer.
Oh.
And she refused me. And now I'm out here risking my life for the both of you.
Remove yourself. Damnation.
Well, a little bit of history. I was wondering at the beginning when Bruder came to get the wife to go to the jail cell. Now Dreyer said something like, "Don't flirt with my wife" or whatever. But okay, so it's those kinds of throwaway lines that give so much depth to a character. You need to show it just okay. They had a history. But here Mr. Bruder is helping them, so does tell a little about his character.
Right up and got my wife involved, and Bruder shouldn't have executed them Mexicans and made it all worse.
Or if I'd have let that drifter go.
But this is where we are.
I mean, if they had let the drifter go, the troglodytes would have followed him. Probably should have ignored the town. The Mexicans, they were thieves, so they probably would have.
Chicory's gonna.
Okay.
So long, cowboy.
Yeah. I'm grateful for modern medicine. I don't envy the old times all that much.
It stopped. Just wait a second. Yep.
I missed the first. That's the.
Well, I'm fairly certain I heard that sound back in Bright Hope on the night of the kidnapping. An Indian woman is still an Indian. She knows how to use a bow and a spear, and so do her children.
Why do you hate him so much? Never met him.
That's correct. Never did.
Okay, so revenge then.
Let him alone, old man.
I definitely know you're there. About to be ambushed, I'm guessing. There's been an ongoing sound all throughout. That's quite haunting. I'm tired out. Just as he enters the. High up above where they have clear view of them. Yeah, some activity. Oh, shit. That came so suddenly.
Tie this off.
Every time there's an attack, it's always very sudden. You might have some warning. I said it before, I do like that this movie is so silent. There's no music to, indicate what's about to happen. Okay, only probe it off. Usually in movies they pull it out and nothing but.
We'll make sure all this has value.
But they did get two.
I'll kill as many as I can.
They killed two of them. And that was fast. Shit. They had no chance. Well, that's it then. Oh no, he's still alive. And he did get a shot off, but this No, not sure if he got. That might have been the one they killed earlier. That is a horrifying sound. It seems like it comes out of their throats. They had something. Is it something that they did to themselves? You know, a tribal thing, or is it a mutation?
He's not well.
Why exactly the
Hey,
okay, drifters go? And maybe that's what they're That's what they're keeping, so their meal. They're preserving their meal that way. They're gonna take the deputy because he's ill and. Oh, that's a finger right there.
Nick, listen to me. I want you to know that all these savages are gonna be massacred. And they're gonna butcher every last one of these godless beings.
That's graphic.
How many of them can we poison with 2 fingers worth?
Okay, plan to get rid of some of them, so he'll. It's time for him to save the day. It's an interesting story, whereas have have him be a cripple and try and mount a rescue. I guess now that the others are captured, he'll have a chance to get unannounced. They're not expecting, expect anyone. Oh, they might hear if they have scouts or whatever. They might hear this, but yeah, I don't know. That's two took to that. Three. Okay. So that's 3 more out of 10.
The one with the wolf skull will lose consciousness for a long period of time. The second one will die, and the third one will not be affected.
Okay. So two.
Including the one with the boar tusks.
Well,
So the one with the tusk is the leader, I'm assuming. Seems so unfazed even though he got shot. Okay, 2 more out, so 5 left. And it was clever of him to leave the hat on the side, thinking. I don't know if he planned that or. But still. Saved his life. Yeah, okay, so it is a mutation. I think Native American professor said that there's some inbreeding going around, so and they have no language, so they've developed this kind of I guess someone is watching and they have warned against. And once again you have that noise. Ongoing, it will stop as soon as he enters. One more down. A little bit of joy helps. Oh. So lucky. That might be a dryer coming in. Oh, that's bad. That's a gut wound. Yeah, that's. He's not making it out alive. That's the females. That is horrifying. Yeah, second time we have music. This is a lot more hopeful than before. This kind of shots kind of gives the impression that they are still being watched. Another going downhill. Because all throughout the movie, it had been seen like O'Dryer has been walking uphill, now he's downhill. Walk ahead, which should be a little easier.
They were.
I don't know, he got all three, or I don't know. Assuming that there were all, they counted it right, that there were. I mean, who's to say if this was the only tribe left? There would be others, but I don't know, that might be. Ah, okay. I guess it ends. Well, there you have it, folks. That was Bone Tomahawk, and yeah, kind of an abrupt ending, but yeah, as I said, safe to assume that after the 3 gunshots, the sheriff took care of the rest of the males, and they have nothing to worry about. I don't know, I was expecting it to end with kind of a cliche far shot where we see either we say directly someone still watching them, signaling that they didn't take care of the tribe, or then we would just have a long distance shot with them walking in the horizon or something like that. But yeah, I mean, the 3 gunshot and the hopeful music kind of hint that, okay, maybe they'll be okay. And yeah, I mean, I said it during the reaction, I love how silent this movie was. Everything happened so abruptly, and usually, you know, movies, music is a clear indication that something's about to happen, but here, you didn't get that, which, yeah, it was a great choice. Do it that way. And the two times there were music, the ending, it was more hopeful. You see it from the shots that all throughout it felt like O'Dwyer was, you know, walking, having an uphill struggle, just trying to put it together. But you could see how much lighter his steps were as he started his journey home. So, contrary to the first time there was music, you saw him struggling, just trying to get into camp. But yeah, other characters. The sheriff, he was a no-nonsense, really experienced and really heroic and really badass way for him to go. I mean, he lost a finger, he had an arrow in his arm, his stomach was cut open, and they put the heated flask in it, but still, and yeah, he got a gunshot wound, but when he died like a freaking boss. Then we had Bruder. His character was also very no nonsense, very polite, but also very brutal. And his backstory: his mother and sisters were attacked by Indians, and that, and there on out he didn't seem to take pride of what he did, but yeah, with revenge on his mind, he had killed what 116 Native Americans, which it was interesting in the beginning when they were assembling the group to go. He was saying like, "I've killed more Indians than all of you combined," and the Native American professor was, that's an interesting post. And the Bruder was, it's not a post, just a fact. And yeah, he was just like, you know, he was stating facts, very honest. Even when he was dying at the end, he admitted that he's too vain to live as a cripple, he'd rather die here. And I might be reading too much into it, but when they were, that scene where Bruder, the sheriff, and the assistant deputy they have just arrived in the valley. He was there scouting. The troglodytes attacked Bruder first. They aimed for his arms. They knew what he was capable of. So, yeah, I did like the troglodytes as a, you know, antagonist. The guy with the tusk, I'm assuming, was the leader. That's a not gonna lie, pretty cool design, but yeah, they were just brutal and okay. So they were, yeah, they had developed this weird throat thing which they used to communicate. I mentioned earlier that it's because of inbreeding and such. So it has been going on for a long time. I mean, for a long forgotten Native American tribe, very small, living in the wastes, and I think they had a name for it. They mentioned it, but I forgot. But yeah, interesting concept. I wonder if there are any, you know, Native American legends them that this is based on. Probably not, but I don't know. It'd be interesting if it was. And who's to say? I mean, I don't think this movie has a sequel. It doesn't need a sequel, but yeah, I don't know. Uh, it kind of would make sense that on the tribe would be only that's there wouldn't be that many left at this point. They were literally the last of their kinds. But it would be very interesting seeing a prequel before uh, when these were but yeah, interesting. It would be an interesting prequel, a movie taking place, I don't know, centuries before this, when the natives were amongst them, fighting amongst themselves and dealing with these troglodytes. I don't know. And yeah, then other characters. Yeah, the uh, assistant deputy, this kind old man who talks way too much and is quite uh, quite slow, but wants to appease and be helpful. And I mean, yeah, sometimes old people are like that. They don't want to waste away there. They will insist being helpful, and I'm glad he survived. I was he was clearly my favorite character, and yeah, glad he gets to go home. The wife, I said it before, I recognized that actress. She was in Banshee. Uh, yeah, I mean, uh, they didn't really give her all that much. There was that one scene when the old guy was talking about the flea circus, then she lied and told him that okay, the Anderson brothers, their flea thing was real. She helped the old guy to have a joyful moment, you know. That was nice. And of course, I mean, she knew. Uh, but other than that, she was more or less a damsel in distress. The other deputy, at first we meet him, we see him he was being a bit of a guy with an attitude. The sheriff clearly punished him by forcing him to stay at the jail, but yeah, then at the end, he uh, dies. That was just a very sad moment, a very brutal, and even though the movie was quite brutal up to that point, it hadn't been that level, if that makes any sense. Up to that point the first kill that David Arquette does when he attacks the sleeping guy at the very beginning, but even then, okay, we see him slice someone's throat, but then the camera pans away and we only hear him tear his throat out. So, but yeah, the deputy's death was unnecessarily brutal. It didn't need to. They didn't need to show all that much. I mean, when you compare it to the rest of the movie. What else? What else? Yeah, I said it in the beginning. It's weird seeing David Arquette play this kind of role, but Elida finds out being this kind of creepy who attacks thief who attacks people while they're on the road, attacks them while they're sleeping, and as kind of all kinds of horrible things. They did mention that they ate that guy. Honestly, if they're gonna show a brutal death, his character would have deserved that, but yeah. Oh yeah, back to the troglodytes. We saw the women of that tribe being their limbs were severed. They had some spikes in their eyeballs and mouths, and their bellies all swollen up. I'm assuming they were pregnant, but what a horrible existence that would be. And yeah, the sheriff was a badass way to go. Especially at the end, he lost a finger, he had an arrow in his arm, his stomach was sliced open, they used the heated flash to cauterize the wound and it was just sticking out there. He had a gutshot wound, but yeah, still he got the last three. I'm assuming there was no, I know I was half expecting it to end, in a cliche long shot with possibly somebody watching from them afar. There were a few shots where you'd see. It was that kind of shot that, like it's a POV of someone watching them. But yeah. And I said it during the reaction. I love that they were in real locations. There was no green screen or anything like that. But yeah, overall, fantastic movie. I really did like this one. Truly a hidden gem. But yeah, what do you guys think? Write your thoughts down below. Like, subscribe, and I will see you another